Yes, I would like to tell you a few words before that Yugoimport is, the state-owned company of the Republic of Serbia, representing integrating defense industry of Serbia global market. And this defense exhibition we are participating since 2018 and continuously, and of course working as showing here the part or core of practically the offer of Yugoimport as DPR and Serbian defense industry. And now, as you have seen, normally we are showing basic achievements of Serbian defense industry in Yugoimport as DPR. Let's say separated by standard weapons from standard production for many years, like small arms. We can see a lot of new small arms of Serbian, actually the origin of the development, particularly the modular rifle, which is unique, combining two calibers, 6.5 Grendel, and also the 7.62 as the option for this two barrels, and of course showing the basic ammunition programs, because ammunition always was a basic of Serbian defense industry export, starting with all kind of Russian and NATO standard small arms ammunition, medium calibers, grenade launcher ammunition, mortar shells, artillery ammunition also, rocket ammunition, and also the combat vehicles, artillery systems, particularly the Nora B, of course, in models and mock-ups, standard equipment like MBC equipment, like personal blade protection uniforms, and finally the new group of weapons raised during the recent, let's say, 10 years, and Serbian defense industry, we are developing and producing now a lot of drones, a lot of categories of drones, and you can see here the exhibition, some samples of one-way effectors like or FPV drones or kamikaze drones are popularly made by. But personally, I don't like to use such kind of terms. It is one-way effector or direct attack weapons. The Raven loitering weapon. Raven, the real loitering weapon with range of 120 kilometers, or ability for loitering at distance of 50 kilometers, let's say half an hour loitering at 50 kilometers. And this also armed with heavy warhead with 7 kilos, penetrating 1,000 millimeter raw homogeneous armor. Also, would like to tell that we are also showing the mortar bombs adjusted for using from drones, bomber drones actually. Very important thing is that many countries all over the world, including the countries with not so high experience in development of weapons, are developing now drones, particularly FPV drones, and you can see here that in the exhibition. Even small countries or countries which are not so small but without huge experience in defense industry producing drones. Activity fields also with this. And practically, as you have seen now, the drones are changing and replacing even. Actually, it is, you can understand, of course, it is some kind of substitution for missiles, anti-tank missiles, in different categories. FPV drones, cheaper alternative, but not only cheaper, more flexible, more versatile alternative for the expensive and complex anti-tank missile, guided missiles. Of course, anti-guided missiles has much more high actually speed, destroying time-critical targets, but drones is providing something very, very interesting, ability for any soldier to do something the same thing replaced like AT guided missile. And also, we are working on that, producing a lot of warheads for drones, including practically the using of existing warheads for anti-tank guided missile for drones, including one warhead penetrating 750 of raw homogeneous armor plus explosive reactor. You can see this warhead here. A thermobaric warhead also with huge blast effect, with, for example, 0.4 bars over pressure at 7 meters and something like that. In this market of Egypt and of course Middle East, we can tell that we are presented here for many years, speaking about the character of this exhibition, which is particularly not national exhibition, particularly national exhibition, but also regional. Basically, I can't tell you any, of course, any detail, any particular, but basically we are able and we are open for technology transfer and for production cooperation, and also for, let's say that some kind of joint development or delivering of some components, subsystems for some system with ability for particle technology transfer for a lot of our products and a lot of our technology which we have in Serbia. We are always open for such kind of cooperation. Our Nora B 52 155 caliber, range 42 kilometers, has been developed and has been actually mentioned here in your of course institution, army recognition, for many years, very common. Now we have the newest version. This newest version has 30 rounds ready for fire and 4 rounds per minute rate of fire, and finally even better responsive time, meaning that can launch, for example, can go in combat with 2.5 minutes, for example, of complete sequence, including transmission from the marching to firing position, firing 4 rounds, and escaping from this position. It is practically so short time, which is not allowing enemy counter batteries firing, because it is very short time. Of course, if somebody has some drones in the air ready for action, also our combat vehicles, starting with the new vehicle, which has been actually unveiled and part in exhibition, which you have seen your company, of course. Alexander Unifier, the small 4x4 family of armor vehicles, and also with 6.5 tons, working with cooperation with IM General, and also the 2 vehicles 4x4 Miloš 1, Miloš 2, range 14 and 18 tons, with Timony Texelis, the suspension system, and also the Cummins engine, Allison transmission, and Galite cooling system. Laser family, laser-free M family. First one is something between MRAP and MRAV, meaning that it is 8x8 actually combat vehicle with ability for shooting and observe by embarked crew during the driving. It's a very important thing to avoid enemy ambushes or something like. The second laser-free M is pure, actually the multi-armor vehicle armed with 30mm remote control weapon station with standard face-to-face setting of the crew, with very good protection and very good, of course, mobility, following global trends of particularly Western weapons and combat vehicle actually categories, including collaboration with Western companies. But ammunition is still, according to the scope, according to the revenue for many, let's say, recent 10 years, ammunition was still a basic part of Serbian defense export. Of course, Nora B is something also very important, actually flagship of Serbian defense industry, and you, of course, Yugoimport.